First Sip Brew Box is a one-of-a-kind subscription service for craft beer lovers based right here in Pittsburgh. Every month, First Sip will send you a box full of craft beer enthusiast essentials including t-shirts, glassware, and even food. Right now, our friends at First Sip Brew Box have an offer for you. Just sign up for a 3-month subscription and get your 4th month free. Just enter the code HOPUSA when you sign up at firstsipbrewbox.com. That's HOPUSA at checkout to get your 4th month free at firstsipbrewbox.com.
Woe to you, O earth and sea.
It's the Hop
Nation!
USA Podcast!
Happy holidays, Hop Nation USA! We're here with part 2 of our holiday special. And you're joined by your host, Steve, the best, the favorite one, the one that does all the work. And he's joined by 2 co-hosts, who I don't think they've met on the same episode yet.
That is correct. We have not.
Yeah.
But that's only because I haven't really done the show in so long, so I didn't really have a chance to meet Bubba.
Sam really just breaks the seal. He doesn't even try to get any build up for his big return.
No,
he just starts screaming. So, of course, that was Sam. And the other co-host I have with me is Bubba.
Yeah, so this is the first time me and Sam will be on the mics together.
Fantastic. Well, I look forward to it. It'll be nice to enjoy a few beers with you, Bubba.
There we go.
All right, guys. Well, then, if you listen to part 1 of our Hop Nation Holiday Spectacular in Star Wars Town, did anybody ever see that thing? The Star Wars
Holiday Spectacular?
I'm pretty sure in the extended universe, people just ignore that.
Right. Oh, no, it's complete trash, and most people were coked up on it, but, you know.
Well, most people were coked up on all the original Star Wars.
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher didn't get that body for nothing.
Right. But
I never saw it, so I'm not even going to comment. But I haven't even seen all the Star Wars movies, so...
It's fine. You don't have to.
I saw the first 6, but I did not see any of the new ones.
You can stop.
Not even A New Hope.
Yeah, you can stop.
Or whatever it was called. A New Hope? No, that was the
Force
fourth
Awakens.
one.
Yeah,
Force
Awakens.
Awakens. That's the one I was thinking
Yeah.
of.
It's a New Hope 3.
I heard that it was so similar to A New Hope. I guess I'm just thinking it was just called A New Hope, and it was pretty much just a remake.
It was. Yeah, you got it.
So basically, I already saw it.
Yeah, you got it.
Perfect.
You're there.
Then I don't need to waste my time watching it.
There you go. All right. Well, we're going to try to do a little bit of a better holiday special than that. And we're going to start it off by having our first gift beer of the evening. And we're going to go to Bubba for that.
All right, I received the first gift beer of tonight. It comes to us from Hoofhearted Brewing. It is the Dorks of Hazard, and it's a double IPA. It comes at 7% alcohol, and that's about all I know about it. No IBUs. I'm guessing they're a lie anyway. It's a double IPA.
Well, it could be a bunch, but yeah.
It could be a bunch. It could be a little, but either way, it's not going to be telling.
All right, then.
It's double dry hop, so it probably is at least 60, I would guess.
But that doesn't matter because that never really gives you the big punch anymore.
True. That's true.
Dry hopping's all about flavor and aroma, never about like punchy in the mouth West Coast style.
That's true, yeah.
This is the gnarliest can I've ever seen, though.
It's got a lot of skateboarders on it.
Yeah.
The Dorks of Hazard. Now, I wonder if the characters on that can are the owners of the brewery.
They have nicknames for each one of them on the bottom of their skateboards. We got Party
fancy.
Boy Jer,
Party boy Jerry.
Topless T-Bone. He is topless. Tray Bag, and actually the other guy doesn't have one. But he's an Ohio State fan. He's got a Buckeye shirt on.
How very tubular.
Well, for those that don't know, Hoofhearted is right outside of Columbus. I think it's like 30, 40 minutes northeast of Columbus.
It's close enough.
Did not know that. All right, let's crack this open.
While you pour that, Bubba, I am very, very excited for a number of reasons here. Not only are we going to be enjoying some Hoofhearted beer on the show, but also because, at least at the Giant Eagle Market District, you can now buy Hoofhearted beer, which I have never seen this for sale in Pittsburgh at any point in time. Not on a draft list, in a can, in a bottle, whatever. This is the first that I've ever seen it, which is very exciting because this brewery has been making a lot of noise up and down the East Coast, and it's cool that we can finally buy it here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's strange how long a lot of Ohio breweries take to get the hell over here.
Yeah, literally, it's like 3 hours for Pittsburgh. Why have you not come into our territory yet? Please, we want more, Hoofhearted. We want more.
I even think like they were skipping Pittsburgh for Philly. I'm not completely sure about that, but I think they were for a long time.
That's kind of bullshit.
Yeah, they were getting distributed elsewhere in Pennsylvania before going to Pittsburgh.
We would never skip Ohio when we distribute Yingling and, well, I guess Yingling's from Pottstown.
Wow.
Terrible example. Iron City over to Indiana if we do distribute there.
We give
We'd
them
never
all the
skip Ohio.
straw.
We'll give them Straub and Full Pine and,
Keystone. Come on, we give everybody Keystone.
yeah.
Does anybody else get America but us?
I was going to say Fatheads, but that's in Ohio.
Fatheads in Ohio.
They're sending that down to us.
That is Ohio.
I gotta get my brewery geography straight. I don't even know where I am. All right, let's. Should we get into this beer? I guess Bubba, you
Yes.
should do the honor since it was your gift. I don't want to steal the Hoofhearted thunder here.
So this is like more of a citrus double IPA. It's kind of hazy. It's got
This looks like juice.
yeah.
Just say it looks like juice.
It looks like orange juice, pretty much.
Them juice.
Smells citrusy. And
Smells
dank.
vanilla. Smells vanilla-y. Is anybody getting vanilla?
Not at all.
My nose.
I kind of feel like I
Smells
am now,
sweet.
but I wasn't until you
Yeah.
said that.
It like smells really sweet is what it does.
I'll give you the sweetness, but it's the sweetness is not vanilla.
There's no vanilla on the flavor.
No.
No, it does not taste like vanilla at all.
It's got a
Confirmed.
lot of that kind of grapefruit kind of
Yeah.
taste to it.
Yeah, it's got a lot of grapefruit bitterness. I don't know. I like it though.
Yeah, I like it as well. I think the citrusy flavor and the hop flavor is very balanced. Even though it's a double IPA, it doesn't hit you too hard. Do we know the ABV of this beer? Did
7.
somebody already say that?
7%.
7%. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the skateboard can. 7%.
It was too gnarly for you.
It was. Yeah, I mean, I have to say this is right up my alley in terms of style. This is exactly what I like to drink.
This is a nice crisp beer. Maybe not so much for the time of year.
I don't know. I don't think time of year really matters for a beer like this.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in the craft beer communities, big juicy dippas are all time.
They're just all the time.
All the time.
I don't think
Every time of the year.
it has a bit of a punch to it. Like if Adam was on this episode, he would be hating it. He'd be very upset. I don't think a lot of people are gonna love this beer, just because it does still have. It surprisingly has a little bit of a punch to it. I was expecting it to be weak baby orange juice, but it's not.
It's got that bitterness on the back end. You kind of taste the hop oil.
Yeah.
Kind of.
It actually has bitterness to
Got
it.
that residue that kind of hangs around a little bit. It's delicious.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, if you listen to part 1 of the holiday extravaganza, then you'll know that was a music episode. And this is also a music episode.
Ooh, more music.
More music.
All right.
We'll be featuring some of the bands that we did last episode, and then we also have a couple new tracks as well.
Well, I like music and drinking beer, so
All right.
who are we going to hear first?
All right, so the first band we're going to hear from is a Pittsburgh band.
The Clarks.
No.
Better Pittsburgh band.
Ferdinand the Bull.
No.
Donnie Iris.
No.
The Common Heart.
No. All of them refuse to be on the show. We do have the Turbosonics, though.
Oh, the Turbosonics. That's who I was going to guess next.
And this, I think it's pretty appropriate to start off with them because they are surf rock.
Oh, surf rock.
And that's
Very
pretty
nice.
tubular, just like Dorks of Hazard and this, 90s throwback can. Looking like Saved by the Bell graphics.
All the straw blonde hair you can get.
Yeah.
The Turbosonics should drink some of this beer the next time they play a show in Pittsburgh.
Then they'll go from surf to skate.
Yeah, it's all in the same family, right?
It is, yeah. All right, but the first song we're going to hear from them is called Marcellus Waltz. Get it? It's like Marcellus Wallace.
From Pulp Fiction, yeah.
Yeah. Does he look like a bitch? Do not think so. And then we'll follow that up with Schadenfreude Junkie by the Unknown Brothers. They're indie pop out of Wales. And we'll wrap it up with another Pittsburgh band, Ryan Hoffman and the Pioneers, with their song Underground. And then we'll come back with our final thoughts on the Dorks of Hazard. Enjoy.
schadenfreude junkie. It's all about me. I'm a schadenfreude junkie. It's all about what I wanna see. The sweet taste of watching those crumbling walls. They're yours, they're not mine, so I don't care at all. Well, I know it's wrong, but it feels so right. In other struggles to take such delight. Delicious downturns, falling from grace. Delicious downturns just puts a smile back on my face. I'm a schadenfreude junkie, paying at the gate, salivating for that cruel twist of fate. Well, I know it's wrong, but it feels so right. In other struggles to take such delight. Strip back, lay bare, side we tried to hide. Side we tried to hide is always there. I'm a schadenfreude junkie, just like all of the rest. The only difference is I've just confessed. Well, I know it's wrong, but it feels so right. In other struggles to take such delight. Strip back, lay bare, side we tried to hide. Side we tried to hide is always there.
I've been falling, one more covered story from the raw winds. Said you knew him. Trees been making sounds under the sawmills in their garden, where we once lived. And after we built the towers for all the people underground, stone wall faces really going places. No one noticed, no one's been around. Such stone wall faces, such stone wall this new shit. So where were you when we were only chasing low peaks? Oh, life bends everything. If this means anything, and it weighs so heavily, it's not a mystery. Oh, no one noticed, no one's been around. And I'm going back to the underground. Where were you when we were only chasing low peaks, chasing low peaks, chasing low?
All right. So those were our first three bands of the evening. Like I said, we had the Turbosonics with Marcellus Waltz. You can find them at turbosonics.com. And we had the Unknown Brothers. They're the indie pop from Wales. They're at theunknownbrothers.com. And, of course, our other Pittsburgh band, Ryan Hoffman and the Pioneers. You can find them at rhpioneers.com. And they had their song Underground off their debut EP in the Alps. So, what does everybody think of the Dorks of Hazard?
Love it.
It is delicious.
That's 3 all around. I think we picked the right crew to have Dorks of Hazard.
Oh yeah.
Well, for those of you that remember from the last time I was on the show, or from any of our earlier episodes, I'm certainly an IPA guy, and I still am. 6 months later, I love them just as much as I used to, if not more. So this is right up my alley. This was a great gift for Bubba. I'm thoroughly enjoying the gift that he shared with us. And what I like best about this beer, I think, is that it's so refreshing. You know, you have a lot of double IPAs that, you know, are incredibly hoppy. They're bitter on the back end. They hit you with a big boozy punch. And not that this one isn't there, but it's, you know, at only 7%, it's a little bit more mellow, which I think is great, because not only can I enjoy more of these, but I think people that may not love the style as much as I do can also find some great enjoyment in this beer.
I think IPA guy is a little light for you, Sam. IPA pontificator? IPA fiend could be another one.
That's probably
Those are probably
yeah.
more accurate. I think I'm an IPA guy. I mean, I did really like this beer, but I didn't find it as refreshing as you did. I think it's a good time drinker, and you can easily pair it with food. But, you know, it does have that bitterness, so it's definitely not for everybody. Bubba, what did you think of your gift?
I think it's delicious. I think it's a beer you can reach for anytime. Like Steve said, you can pair it with a lot of foods, and it does have that crisp, refreshing. It is like grapefruit mixed with orange juice mixed with a little bit of hops thrown in. The 7% isn't too much. Doesn't really give you that burn, and it's pretty balanced. Love it. I love it.
Yeah. All right. Well, 3 good reviews all around. We've got more gifts coming up, though.
Yay.
So let's take a quick break, and then we'll come back with segment 2 of the Hop Nation Holiday Extravaganza.
Check this out. There's a Seattle company called Devore that enables discovery of new and exciting beers and breweries. Devore gets the best independent beer from literally around the world. Denmark, New Zealand, Belgium, and of course everywhere in the US. The app is incredibly simple to use to get some ridiculously good beers delivered right to your door.
And right now, anyone who signs up with the code HOPNATION can save $10 off their order of over $25. That's TAVOUR.com, Tavor. All right, Hop Nation, we're back with segment 2 of part 2 of the Hop Nation Holiday Extravaganza Music Festival episode. Santa gifting.
Gift Emporium
Gift Emporium, Secret Santa time
things.
across the nation.
The Hop Nation.
There, oh, look at
Nice. See, Bubba and I, we do well when we're on the same episode.
I knew I picked the right co-host.
Yeah.
All right. So it's segment 2. That means we have a second gift. And this time Sam's about to get a gift.
It is my gift.
What'd you get, Sam?
And before I introduce this beer, while we were taking a break from the show and still enjoying some of that Dorks of Hazard, I realized what I am. I am an IPA promoter.
Oh, okay.
Not just the IPA guy, but I go out and actively promote the good ones. And right now, we're going to see if I'm going to promote this next beer or not, because my gift on the show today is something I've never heard of, I've never had, not heard of the brewery or the beer. I don't know anything about it. So we're all going to learn together right now.
But it is an IPA, yes?
It's a double IPA.
Okay, so Sam's about to see if he can put on his Jimmy Hart Mouth of the South white pants and pull out the megaphone and see if he can get this IPA over with the rest of the crowd.
All right.
That's right. So, next up, we have a double IPA from a brewery called Sand City, which up until a few moments ago I had never heard of. Sand City Brewing is out of Northport, New York. Have no idea where that is. This beer is called Infinity -1+2, and it is hopped with Galaxy and Mosaic, which makes me very excited because Galaxy hops are some of my favorites. So this is an Imperial IPA, 8.2% alcohol by volume, and 16 fluid ounces in this can.
All right.
And that's all the can says, and that's all I know. But you know what? Being an IPA promoter, I think once we open this up, we pour it in our glasses, we'll be able to just, make our own assessment of it.
Yes.
Let's see if Sand City brings the ruckus.
Sam, you're talking about how you are a big promoter of the Galaxy hop. I am a big promoter of the Mosaic hop.
I do love me the Mosaic hop.
I've been promoting a lot of Mosaic hop.
Have you?
Yes. Especially because of the Fulton 300. I don't know if you've had that beer, Sam.
I have not.
You need to get that beer.
Who makes that beer?
Fulton.
Oh, Fulton.
Fulton makes the beer, and it's called the 300.
Oh.
Based on the movie 300?
No.
Or the story, I guess. It was before a movie.
Neither.
Damn it.
It's just a black can that says 300, and then it's just a double IPA with Mosaic hops. Yeah. It's
Single
pretty,
hopped?
It's pretty amazing, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I've had some single hop mosaics in the past, so I guess we'll have to see how that stacks up.
It's probably one of the best IPAs I've had in a long time.
I had one recently from Dancing Gnome called the Mosaic Jam, and that was part of that jam series that is, each time they release it, single hopped with,
Raspberries.
obviously, no, not raspberries, a different hop.
He said jam.
There's no raspberries in it. It's an IPA, and it's single hopped with something. And
Okay.
the Mosaic Jam is single hopped with Mosaic. So if this 300 is single hopped with Mosaic, then we'll see how it compares to that, because that's
Okay.
the last one I drank that was like
okay.
that.
Okay.
Anywho, let's get back on track.
Get back to selling the one you're supposed to sell.
All right. Well, I don't know if I'm going to sell it. Now, this one's interesting because it's not as hazy as the other one, which
No.
is fine. It might not be a New England style. It looks very filtered, pretty clear here.
Yes, I like that.
On the nose, I'm getting some citrusy notes. A little
more malty.
A little malty, a little hoppy. Not as big of a nose as the last one.
I feel like I'm getting a lot of Mosaic hop, though. That's what I'm smelling.
Yeah, I'm smelling some mosaics in there as well. This one might seem initially a little more tame, but it does have a higher ABV, so
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what flavor punch this is going to pack.
There's only one thing to do then.
I think we should do just that.
Dip our tongues in.
Well, some of us don't drink beer like cats, but sure, whatever.
I'd say it's a little less balanced.
This one to me tastes a lot sweeter than the last one.
Yeah.
Like I am getting
I'm
I'm not sure what flavor I'm getting, but it's something sweet and it's up front and it kind of is lingering on my tongue right now.
I'm getting a lot of sweet vegetable. Like, it tastes like sweet vegetables up front, and that's
Okay.
not great.
Sweet vegetables.
It's like vegetation, not necessarily
Yeah.
maybe vegetable. Not to put you down thinking like broccoli and shit
No,
like that, but more like grass and pine needles and things like that.
This beer tastes like Brussels
I
sprouts.
was gonna say you're not popping balls of Brussels sprouts, but I get the.
This don't taste like honey carrots. That's not what I'm trying to say.
It tastes like whenever you weed whack. Mm-hmm. Whenever you,
Yeah.
yeah.
It tastes like weed whack with a spoonful of sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do
not-
you guys weed whack? Usually
With our
I
mouths
just, I
open.
just leave the grass on the ground. I'd pick it up and mix it with some sugar and water and drink it. How are you even making this assessment right now?
See, I'm not getting a ton of the sweetness, not like table sugar sweetness, but more of like the granular,
Yeah.
like powdered sugar, the
Yeah.
like fake ass sugar.
Fake ass sugar.
Ooh, I got it.
Okay.
You tipped me off there, Bubba. Have either of you guys tried stevia before?
No.
It's like
I
that.
try to stay away from that weird shit.
Sugar, weird thing.
Yeah.
That people put in their coffee. We have some of it at our office, but it kind of tastes like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't sweeten my coffee, so
I don't either. I
Yeah.
hate sugar in my coffee.
So I
but
don't
I've tried
touch
that
that.
before. And
Yeah.
that's what I'm getting. So I like it. I think it's good, but it's a lot different than the Dorks of Hazard.
Oh, it's
it's definitely a lot different. Yeah.
It's like night and day. I don't know. I need to sip on this a little bit to more accurately make a true assessment here, because it's left me a little confused almost.
Okay.
Because I'm not getting the big hop flavor that I would expect from a double or an imperial IPA. It's just it's very malty.
I'm not even getting a lot of the boozy taste to it. That's not even coming through at the end.
I mean, I think that's okay. That's okay if they made it that. I mean,
That's not a
balanced
bad thing.
enough. Yeah.
That's not a bad thing. It's just I expected it a little more. This being kind of maybe a lighter beer and just less of that citrus flavor to kind of take over and hide that.
All right. Well, if you guys still need some time to think about it, then I got 2 songs for you to do it to.
Okay.
Do
Let's
your
listen
thinking.
to some tunage.
Is your thinking music. So up first we have Hear Me Now by Jay Maloney. Now he's a folk and Americana singer. You probably like him a lot, Sam. He's out of Albany, New York. And then after that we have Let It Go by Trace the Sidewalk. And they're a band that's kind of taking advantage of the digital age in that one member is out of North Carolina and the other is out of the United Kingdom.
Oh, and they're covering a song from Frozen.
No. We could not get the rights to that at all. No, it's just called Let It Go. They writ their own Let It Go.
I wish I knew the lyrics to that song, and I'd literally start singing them right now.
I would cut it out.
But I don't.
The audience wouldn't
I know
even
the lyrics if you want me to go.
No, I don't.
Yeah, do it, Bubba.
The audience will not hear it. Disney is a spiteful company.
Disney owns everything.
Yes, they
own
do.
all media.
Disney actually has a minority share in this podcast. Did you guys know that?
No, they don't. Let's not offend the mouse. Let's just listen to some tunes. And we'll be back.
Castles will fall and the roads will become empty. Every day will seem misused. In spite of it all, your heart will feel the beauty. The evidence rests in comfort. Hear me now. Someday you'll not be troubled with how the world it goes around. Hear me now. Our sons and daughters will repeat this holy sound. Speaking of dreams, we connect inside our stories. Place of opportunity. The rivers and streams, the mountains' own connections. I came to embrace infinity. Hear me now. Someday you'll not be troubled with how the world it goes around. Hear me now. Our sons and daughters will repeat this holy sound. sound. A place to live, a place to die. Someday you'll not be troubled with how the world it goes around. Morning sun, said and done. Our sons and daughters will repeat this holy sound. Hear me now, hear me now. Someday you'll not be troubled with how the world it goes around. Hear me now, hear
We're back, and you just listened to Hear Me Now by Jay Maloney. You can find his music on jmaloney.com. He's also all over the, Instagrams and the Twitters and all that. Just search Jay Maloney. It's like baloney, but M-A-L.
Maybe J is his middle initial, and his first name is actually Baloney.
Baloney Maloney?
Baloney.
Well, that would be reasonable as to why he goes by Jay Maloney now.
Right,
Tired of getting
exactly.
picked on.
The other song we heard was Let It Go, not from the Disney soundtrack of Frozen, but by Trace the Sidewalk, and you can find them on tracethesidewalk.com, as well as all over the internet as well.
I hope Trace of Sidewalk can get Kristen Bell to do like a guest spot on one of their tracks one day.
No.
You don't think they will? Well, that's discouraging to them that you just immediately shut that down.
I'm going to say maybe they can show up on The Good Place, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. I'm sure they would be happy with that. That's great promotion.
Yeah, it's
a
good
funny
promotion.
show, actually.
It really is. I like it.
I like it too.
So if you ever see Trace the Sidewalk on The Good Place, you know we did it.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah,
Really?
so keep that in mind. Not Bubba, Sam, and
Right.
Steve.
Sam and
we are
Steve.
taking full credit for getting this band onto The Good Place with
On The
Kristen
Good-
Bell and Ted Danson.
That's right.
On NBC. Friday nights at 9.
Oh,
I don't know. I have no idea. I watch it on Netflix.
I was just about to say Tuesdays at 8 because I watch it Netflix as well.
Tuesdays at 8, Fridays at 9. Who gives a shit?
Doesn't matter.
It's on NBC, and it's a good show.
And watch it. All right. And this is a good beer. So we're coming back to, what is this? The Infinity -1 + 2?
Yeah, Infinity -1 + 2.
Do you pronounce the Infinity?
Yes.
I would assume that you do. Even though it's just the symbol.
You would pronounce it because your other choices, you just start counting, Bubba. We don't have time for that.
I can't count that good.
What does everybody think about this?
I think it's good. I thought it got better as it went. It smoothed out,
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah, it totally smoothed out.
Yeah, I liked it. It was not what I was expecting at first. It was a lot sweeter, especially given that it's an Imperial IPA. What would be really interesting, and I guess we kind of did this, but if you really did this back to back and had like a Dorks of Hazard, like a full Dorks of Hazard, and then you had this Imperial IPA, I feel it would like really wreck your palate a little bit because you're going from like citrusy and hoppy and dank to smooth and a little bit sweet and not as hoppy of a back end on it. So it's just interesting. I like it though. It's much different than I was expecting, but it is tasty.
Yeah.
Palate fatigue would be a real thing if you drank both these pounders back to back.
Yeah, that's
you wouldn't
true.
taste
Yeah.
anything the
Yeah,
rest of the
exactly.
night.
Yeah, like you said, it both of those beers would hit every note that an IPA crosses. But yeah, I did like the fact that this one does have kind of that clean finish to it. It has a really clean finish. I know I was sounding maybe a little negative saying it tastes like sweet vegetables in the beginning, but yeah, it did mellow out like Bubba said. And it actually kind of reminds me of the Crux Half Hitch that we had on a couple episodes ago. I don't know if, Sam, you were here, if you remember that one.
The Crux Hitch?
The Crux Half Hitch. It was an Imperial IPA that was like...
Wait, you said a couple episodes ago?
A bunch of episodes ago.
Like
A couple
in
of months of
July
episodes
ago?
Like, I don't know, a long time ago.
I don't think I had it, no. It's
I'm just
not ringing a bell.
It was a Tavour beer. It was like 9.5%, but it was an Imperial IPA, but it was like super easy drinking. I was just, I don't know.
Oh.
If there are more beers
Sounds
like this by other
Yes.
breweries,
I'm sure there are.
well, if that's one of them,
Yes.
I'd be all about it.
Yes. If you looking for a beer similar to this, try the Crux Half Hitch, or just try this one. And you said it was by Sandrock?
No.
Sand
Sand City.
Sand City.
Dude, this is Sand City Brewing, the one and only from Northport, New York.
Out of Port Rock, New York.
Right outside of Albany and Buffalo
Okay.
and Ithaca.
Sure.
and Rochester.
That's like,
It's outside of all of them.
it's probably somewhere in
Yeah.
upstate New York because, well, that's everywhere but New York City.
Well, no, you know what? He's technically correct by saying that city's outside of all of them because
Yeah,
it's not.
He just
Gotta
took
be outside
Orion's
of
belt
something.
across.
Yeah.
across.
He just made a
New York.
circle, but they're not. It's not in any of those cities, so it's
went around
obviously
the
outside of them.
Technically correct is still correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Exactly right. So clearly I know a lot about this brewery now that we've had a chance to drink the beer and absorb the knowledge.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're going to come back with our third segment for the evening and our third gift beer. Stay tuned.
Hey, Slackers, I'm Matt.
And I'm Jesse.
We host American Slacker, the show that keeps you updated on all of the weirdest news around the globe, along with what's going on in the world of Xbox, music and movie suggestions, and fun interactive games.
Every other week, we bring on interesting guests from all walks of life, from filmmakers to musicians, funeral directors to small business owners, and even Jeff Goldblum.
What? No, we never got Goldblum, man.
Oh, man can dream, can't he?
American Slacker Podcast. New episodes every Wednesday.
Available on Spotify, iTunes, and all of your smart devices, or anywhere else, you might happen to cop a podcast.
They're downloading MP3s, not buying an eighth. I'm shutting this shit down. That's it.
There you go.
All right, Hop Nation, it's the third segment of the Holiday Extravaganza, which means we're now on to our third gift beer, and it's time for me to get a gift. And my gift is the Hoppin' Frog 2017 collaboration series Baltic Pirate Porter. It's a Baltic porter with dried plums, and this was made in collaboration with the Widawa.
What the heck is that? What's Widawa?
Is that an Indian tribe?
No, and it's not Japanese, and I'm probably pronouncing it wrong.
The Wu-Tang Clan.
From Akron, Ohio. Let's ask LeBron James. Can we phone a friend?
I wish Wu-Tang Clan did a collaboration beer. They probably have, but it's probably out of Brooklyn. No, this was made in collaboration with the Wojtek. He's a brewer out of Poland, and I guess he works with the brewery Widawa. I still think that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound Polish to say that.
Is he one of the gypsy brewers that kind of bounces around?
Could be. I think he's just the brewer at brewery Widawa. Maybe it's Widawa or Widawa.
Widawa.
Who knows? I don't care anymore. I've lost interest. But it's definitely by Hoppin' Frog. Let's see. It is 9.5% on the alcohol and 50 IBUs. They say they go for a distinct hop character, and they increase the kettle aroma hops by 3 times. And then they added a touch of dried plums. So this could be really good. We'll see. It's going to be definitely different switching from double IPAs.
It's interesting, the progression of these beers, and I don't think we planned it this way, but the first one was 7%, then we moved up to 8.2, and now we're at 9.5, so apparently the three of us like to get each other just big, boozy-ass beers.
Well, it's whoever bought us these beers, Sam. We didn't buy us these beers. The other hosts of the Hop Nation USA like to get us drunk.
Who doesn't like a big boozy beer, though?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's the one thing we can all agree upon. We may not all agree on whether or not we like IPAs or things like that. I think we can all agree we like the booze. The booze?
The bigger the better.
What's weird is, well, this beer is obviously way darker than our previous
I'm not
two.
seeing it, Bubba. This looks about the same as the last one. I mean, I can kind of see you through it. Oh, wait, that's just my reflection.
For the audience, Sam has been drinking all the beers with his eyes closed, so that's why they don't look different.
I'm blind test tasting these bitches.
But I noticed while you were pouring it, while you could get some light through it, it kind of had like a red tinge to it, like a scarlet. Not scarlet. That's maybe too red.
Honestly, it looks like it has a tinge of prune juice.
I could see that.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a really dumb question.
Yes.
Are
Yes.
prunes just
Yes.
dried
Yes.
plums? Okay. I thought so. I was gonna ask earlier because I don't want to be.
Definitely not getting cut. That's staying in the show.
No, it stays because I answered it 4 times because I knew what he was about to ask.
There may be others that are wondering that exact same thing, and now they don't have to be embarrassed in front of their friends when they ask that question because they listened to Hop Nation and got the answer.
We have
Now
Google.
you know. Now you know. But yeah, prunes always have that kind of brownish,
like the brown red.
Yeah.
Kind of like the
brown
dried
red.
blood color.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this does have that on the tinge when you bend it against the light. So yeah.
You could see it more when you were pouring.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously.
You know, when I smelled this the first time, I thought it was roasty. And then Bubba made that comment, and now it smells pruny to me. I don't know if it's just like a mentality thing or what, but all I'm smelling is prunes in this damn thing.
No, I got the roastiness, and I get the pruniness.
I only get roasty. I haven't got prunes yet.
This is different.
That is roasty on the taste as well.
Yeah, it's very roasty up front. Came in, it kind of settled on my palate for a moment. I left it there for a second, then I swallowed, and I got a little bit of bitterness on the back end. So
Yeah.
I feel like there were really 3 true stages of this beer.
This beer has a punch to it. This, you can tell, is like brewed by tough Polacks. This is something that they come in after plowing the fields. I mean, I know it was brewed in Ohio and everything, but yeah.
Well, but it was brewed in collaboration with someone from Poland, so...
Right. It's got that old world feel to it.
That's exactly what Hop and Frog is missing. That's why they brought in the Widawa tribe to help them brew this beer.
It's not a tribe, it is a brewery, Sam.
This is what they needed. They had the vision, but they needed help on the execution, and that's why they had to reach out to Poland.
Yeah, they needed to reach out to Wojtek. That's his name. That's
Wojtek.
the brewer. Wojtek. I like it. Usually, I'm not a big fan of beers that have like prunes and plums. We went through that before. Things with dates as well. Dates suck. but this one I like.
Says the single guy.
Yeah, whatever. Screw you. I got more money for beer. I like it though, Bubba.
I'm usually not a prune date. Those that type of hand fruit,
right?
Not so citrusy, tropical hand fruit.
The gross fruits. You can call them gross fruits. It's fine.
They just kind of have that. They have that like more earthy taste, like the beet taste.
Mm-hmm.
That tastes like sweet dirt. But actually, this beer is pretty solid. I think it's a lot of the roastiness that kind of it overpowers the pruneness, and it's more of a compliment than its full flavor.
Yeah, there's a lot more booze and roast on this than there is like garbage fruit. So yeah.
Man, you guys are tough on these fruits.
They're just,
what did they ever do to you?
They're bullshit grapes and they give you diarrhea if you're not careful. That's what's wrong with them.
So does coffee.
They're good for digestion. Come on.
Diarrhea.
It's good to eat a couple prunes a day. They help keep you regular.
Diarrhea.
Come on, everybody knows that.
It's like a slip and slide in there.
It's better than like X-Lax.
Yes,
it's much more natural.
Yes, okay, yeah, I'm for that.
We're not drinking X-Lax.
Yeah, hopefully nobody would ever brew with X-Lax.
You know, in today's day and age where everybody is, trying to one-up each other in these brews,
you know what?
I don't know. Maybe somebody's thought of it.
I just heard Evil Twin was going to try it with X-Lax and Alka-Seltzer. Still banned from the show.
If somebody was going to do it, it probably would be Evil Twin.
They'll start it.
All right. Well, I like this, and I think this is a good beer to finish on. So, while we continue to sip on this Esteban, what tunes do we have coming up on the show?
All right, we got our last 3 songs of the evening. So, starting off, we're going to have the Soft Underground with their song Ghosts, followed by Winter's Night Waltz by Merzik. Now, he's somebody you might have heard on one of our previous music episodes. And we're going to finish the night off with Bevel by Late Guests at the Party, another band that we've had on a previous music episode. So, settle in and enjoy.
The darkest side of the moon. yet nothing happens. Just another day of people staring ahead in all their confusion. Nothing's changed.
Winter's night is the greatest time to die, and the clouds will shelter you and I from the sun, whose rays cut through you like a knife. Winter's night is the greatest time to die. Well, it's a cold day when I cry, and the clouds will shelter you and I from the sun, whose rays cut through you like a knife. Winter's night is the greatest time to die. winter's night. It's the greatest time to die. La 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 la.
right, Hop Nation listeners, welcome back from our little musical interlude. We were just listening to Ghosts by the Soft Underground. You can find them on thesoftunderground.com. They're a band out of New York City. That's a big city, you know?
It is. Is it by Northport, New York?
Kind of, because it's on Long Island. Not that research department looked that up.
Oh, so I was right. It's outside of Ithaca, Albany, Buffalo, Rochester.
Yes, you were right on all that.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so friggin' smart.
You got it. And then we also heard Winter's Night Waltz by Merzig, and you can find him on merzicband.com. That was off his album Into the Darkness. You can find all his albums on iTunes, as well as I think Spotify. And the last song you heard was Bevel by Late Guest at the Party. They're from Brooklyn, and you can follow them on social media at LGATP, pretty much across all the social media platforms. You can also find them on SoundCloud. So yeah, that was our music for the evening. Let's get back to this beer. The Baltic Pirate, a collaboration by Widawa and Hoppenfrog. Final thoughts?
It is boozy. As it warms up more, you get more of that burn, more of that booziness.
Yes. Yeah, you definitely get a little bit more burn with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good, Sam.
That is correct, gentlemen. You get the burn. You also get the plums. That's all I have to say about that.
Okay.
For me, as it warmed up, I lost the plums and the booziness kind of took over. It was just malty and boozy, and the plums just kind of went by the wayside. They couldn't keep up with the other bold flavors of this beer.
I never got the plums, and I guess I'm okay with that because I don't love them. So yeah.
I actually got more plums on the nose. Because I'm certainly going to agree with Bubba. The more this warmed up, the more it's kind of washed over my palate now. I'm not getting the plum taste, but I am tasting more and more of the booze, which I'm not necessarily complaining about. I think it's pretty balanced all around. It's a tasty beer, I'll say that. I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
Good job, Widawa.
Could slug a couple of these down.
Yeah. Well, you got to remember it's 9.5, so.
And just a little guy.
Yeah, little feller. All right, well, we're going to put him on the podium, as we do with every episode. Anybody want to volunteer to go first?
I'll go.
Okay.
Alrighty, this is going to be a pretty easy one for me. But my answers and responses may surprise you. So, in third place tonight, we are going with the Sand City Brewing. Although I really enjoyed this IPA, it was much different than the ones that I normally drink. I liked the sweetness. I thought it was, pretty balanced. And Galaxy and Mosaic hops are super fun to put in beer. Very flavorful. All the beers were good. I'll preface it by saying that. But this one's going to be my third one, just because, well, it's not my home run style of IPA, let's say that. In second place, silver medal, we're gonna go with the Hoppin' Frog, the Baltic Pirate Porter. This just had a whole boatload of flavor. I like the plummy nose, but I like that I didn't really taste the plums after a couple sips. It kind of mellowed out. It was very roasty and a little bit boozy, and it certainly lingers around on your palate after each and every sip. So I like that a lot. Great collaboration between Hoppin' Frog and Widawa. That leaves the Dorks of Hazard in the gold medal with the gold medal finish tonight. And yeah, this beer was just fantastic. It was my style to a T. Very citrusy, nice and hoppy. This was drinkable, crushable. I could have a 6-pack of this on a winter's day, a summer day, a spring day, a fall day, pretty much any time. This is a year-round beer for me, and something that I would highly recommend that everybody listening to this show right now check out. Hoofhearted, Dorks of Hazard. So those are my reviews.
All right, I'm gonna go next, and because I'm just going to agree with Sam. I was on the fence between the Baltic and the Hoofhearted, coming down to gold medal, but Sam said something that reminded me as to why I want the Hoofhearted and gold, and that's because you can have the Hoofhearted at any time. The Baltic Porter even though I like to drink dark beers all year round, this one is beats you up a little bit. It's roasty, it's boozy, and I just don't think that's something you really want on a spring or summer day. It's not pleasant.
Yeah, I can't imagine drinking this in 90-degree weather. I feel like I would dehydrate myself so fast that I would just be ready to go inside. And who wants that?
Right.
I would want to put it down after a couple sips and find some water.
Yes.
Yeah.
I almost want to find some water right now. And I love it.
Yeah.
I'm so parched.
I'll hurt myself for dessert beers, but not so much for this one. So bronze, the Infinity -1+2, silver, the Baltic Pirate, and gold goes to the Dorks of Hazard for me. Bubba.
Gentlemen, we have a unanimous decision.
Whoa, how about that? Great minds think alike.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to put Sand City in third place. I would have liked it to be a little more, get a little more of that IBU bitterness, hoppiness, and a little less of the sweetness. I think that would have improved that beer a little bit. It was good. None of them were bad by any stretch.
No.
But I was kind of hoping for a little more of that in the double IPA or more citrus flavor. The Baltic Porter, this is a big beer.
Yeah.
It was delicious, but you could do some damage to yourself with it, to say the least.
Good way to put it.
It was delicious though. Malty. I didn't mind the prunes. They were pretty subtle, beyond on the nose, and the booziness. I like a beer that tastes boozy. And then the Hoofhearted beer, just it brought the ruckus. The Dorks of Hazard. This is such a balanced beer. You could drink it anytime. It's delicious. It's a reach for anytime. If you're trying to get anybody into double IPAs, it's a beer you could throw towards them. Anybody who's a seasoned vet with double IPAs would love it. It's a damn good beer.
All right, then.
And if anybody knows where to get Hoofhearted beers in Pittsburgh or sees these beers out and about in the wild, please let us know. Reach out to us on social media, Facebook, comment sections of Twitter. Let us know where these beers are. I want to buy them, please.
I think I heard the research department say Mindful, but if there's other places that,
Mindful Market District, but they're not there all the time, so the more places we can find that sell them, the better. So we have our
Sam
options.
wants a bigger compliment. He wants not just the onesie twosies. He wants
the threesy foursies.
Yeah, he wants to take home a whole bunch and try a tasting by himself.
If they could send a variety pack to Pittsburgh,
sure.
A 12-pack of...
If Hoofhearted wants to reach out to us on social media and just send us...
We'll tag the shit out of them this week.
we'll do an entire episode dedicated to their brewery. We have no problem with that. As long as they have no problem with us being brutally honest. So,
I think I can hear them yelling. Guys, we're only 3 hours away. Just come out here.
Just drive, lazy. All right. Well, I want to thank all of our musical guests that were on this week. If you happen to miss any of their social medias or websites, you can just go onto our website, hopnationusa.com, and find this episode, and we'll have all of the links listed to them, and that's how you can find them. They'll also be tagged on our Twitter posts, so just look around for that. If you want to find us on social media, all you have to do is search Hop Nation USA, and that'll get you Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. If you want to listen to brand new episodes of the Hop Nation USA podcast every Friday, as you should, then again, just search Hop Nation USA on all the podcatchers like Stitcher, Podbean, Google Music Play, and Apple Podcasts. And if you're an Apple Podcast, leave us a 5-star review because we're a 6-star show, but we deserve even more than that. I just think so, yeah.
I would agree.
Just review us twice, and then we get 10 stars.
You can review on multiple platforms, too.
Yeah, do that. Do it all. But that's how we grow the show, and we also grow the show by just you telling your friends. And that's about all I got. I want to thank my co-hosts, Bubba and Sam, in their first meeting together.
Yes.
It feels like the first time.
It's a pleasure podcasting with you, gentlemen.
We all learned that we have similar tastes, but we also learned that maybe that's why we have other people on the show, so we can get a dissenting opinion instead of us just all dick-sucking the same beer.
Whoa!
I guess that's one way to put it.
Whoa!
That's one way to put it. Happy holidays!
We need someone that sucks at tasting beer like Adam around.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, man.
Rude. Rude and rude.
I'm sorry.
Research department's going to get his ass kicked.
I think it's about time to Indina Menzel this episode.
Happy holidays.
No,
to
let it go.
you. Just let it go.
Let it go. Let it
Can't-
go.
no,
I wanna
no.
go drink some beer in the snow.
All right, you did a parody, so we can keep it. See you next week.
Bye-bye.